Didn't dig school, I know that.
Oh, I liked it all right, but I had to get out and earn a little bread. I had to get out and earn a living. Oh, what do I remember most about my childhood? Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, if you want to know.
That's great. You come from a broken family, and you went through probably, 50-odd jobs?
Well, I went through an awful lot. Dishwashing, truck driving, post office, everything.
He was Hollywood's untamed rebel, a man who lived life at breakneck speed. Steve McQueen, with his ice blue eyes and fearless heart, was more than a movie star. He was a symbol of raw power, cool style, and relentless drive. Yet behind the roaring engines, blockbuster films, and global fame lies a gripping story of pain, triumph, and a forgotten house that stands as a silent witness to his turbulent life. Join us as we unravel the thrilling highs, devastating lows, and shocking secrets of a legend whose fire still burns. When McQueen passed away, his wealth was valued at $30 million, equal to about $100 million today. His fortune came from a blazing acting career. In his prime, he was Hollywood's biggest draw, commanding huge salaries. For the 1974 disaster film, The Towering Inferno, he earned $12 million, worth $76 million now, making him the industry's top earner. In the late 1960s, he made $1 million per film, or $8 to $10 million today. By the early 1970s, his pay soared to $3 million per role, about $20 million now. His rise began with the television series Wanted Dead or Alive, where he played bounty hunter Josh Randall from 1958 to 1961. This role shot him to fame and opened the door to his film career. McQueen's passion for speed shaped his life. He owned over 100 motorcycles and a jaw-dropping collection of cars, including a Porsche 911S, Jaguar XKSS, Ferrari 250 GT Berlinetta Lusso, and Ford GT40. These prized possessions now sell for over $1 million at auctions, valued for their time to him. He also loved fine watches, owning dozens and partnering with Heuer, now Tag Heuer. The brand still pays his estate to use his image in ads. A Monaco watch he wore in the 1971 film Le Mans fetched over $2 million at auction. His collection's soaring value has greatly increased his estate's wealth, a testament to his enduring appeal. Born Terrence Stephen McQueen on March 24, 1930, in Beech Grove, Indiana, he became a global icon from humble roots. His early life was rough. Raised in a Roman Catholic home, he lived with his grandparents after his father, a stunt pilot named William, abandoned the family 6 months after meeting his mother, Julia Ann. Unable to care for him, Julia sent Steve to her parents' farm. At 8, she took him to Indianapolis to live with her new husband. This began a dark time. His stepfather abused him, driving McQueen to run away and survive on the streets, stealing to get by. His childhood was a whirlwind of instability, moving between his mother, the farm, and the streets. Desperate, his mother sent him to the California Youth Authority Reformatory in Chino for 18 months. This grueling experience became a turning point, fueling his resolve to escape his past. After the reformatory, McQueen joined the United States Marine Corps, seeking structure. He struggled at first, once arrested for taking unauthorized leave, but later thrived, serving honorably until 1950. With the GI Bill, he studied acting at Sanford Meisner's Neighborhood Playhouse and HB Studio in New York City. Days were filled with training. Weekends, he raced Harley-Davidson and Triumph motorcycles for extra money. His first acting gigs were in theater, with roles in plays like The Member of the Wedding and Peg of My Heart. In 1955, he moved to California to chase film roles. His persistence paid off with a part in the NBC series Tales of Wells Fargo, followed by roles in Wanted Dead or Alive and Trackdown. His big break came when Frank Sinatra cast him in the 1959 film Never So Few. The Magnificent Seven was his first major hit, but The Great Escape in 1963, with its daring motorcycle stunts, made him a worldwide sensation. The 1960s were McQueen's golden era. Films like Love with the Proper Stranger, Nevada Smith, The Cincinnati Kid, and The Sand Pebbles, which earned his only Academy Award nomination, showed his range. In 1968, Bullet, with its iconic car chase through San Francisco, and The Thomas Crown Affair solidified his stardom. By the early 1970s, he was the world's highest paid actor, especially after The Getaway in 1972. But in 1974, at the height of his fame, he stunned fans by stepping away from acting to race motorcycles and live a quieter life. He returned in 1978 with An Enemy of the People, followed by Tom Horn and The Hunter in 1980, where he played a modern bounty hunter. These final films cemented his place as a cinematic giant. McQueen's thirst for adventure went beyond the screen. He performed his own stunts, risking life and limb. In The Great Escape, he executed the famous motorcycle jump over a barbed wire fence, a feat that thrilled audiences. His love for racing was no hobby. It was an obsession. He competed in professional races, like the 1970 Sebring 12 Hours, nearly winning against top drivers. His rivalry with actor Paul Newman, both on and off the track, was fierce, with the two clashing over billing in The Towering Inferno. Yet McQueen also also had a generous side, mentoring young actors like James Garner and quietly donating to youth charities, a secret he kept from the press. In 1979, McQueen and his partner Barbara Minty found peace at a ranch in Santa Paula, California, 2 hours from Los Angeles. The 15-acre property was a haven from Hollywood's glare. In 1980, they married in the ranch's warm living room, with wood finishes and ceramic floors blending modern comfort with rustic charm. A 4,500-square-foot hangar stored his cherished cars and motorcycles, a monument to his love for machines. Near the Santa Paula airport, he kept his Stearman Model 75 biplane, indulging his passion for flying. This ranch was his sanctuary, a place to reconnect with nature and himself. In Indiana, a mysterious house linked to McQueen stands abandoned. He reportedly owned it, but the timeline is unclear. Overrun with weeds and vines, the property is fading. Inside, dust covers forgotten furniture, and the air feels heavy, as if the house waits for its owner. For fans, it's a haunting reminder of McQueen's complex legacy, a star who shone brightly but left shadows behind. McQueen's personal life was a roller coaster. In New York, he dated actress Gia Scala. In 1956, he married Filipino actress Neely Adams. They had 2 children, Terry Leslie, born in 1959, and Chad, born in 1960, who later became an actor and racer. Their marriage faced turmoil. Adams had an abortion in 1971, and they divorced in 1972. McQueen had affairs, including with Mamie Van Doren in the late 1950s and Lauren Hutton in 1968-1964. While separated, he dated Barbara Lee, his Junior Bonner co-star, who had an abortion in 1972. In 1973, he married Ali McGraw, his The Getaway co-star. Their marriage, strained by a miscarriage, ended in 1978. Many believed McGraw was his great love. In 1980, he married Barbara Minty. In his final years, he turned to evangelical Christianity, joining Ventura Mission Church, influenced by his flight instructor Sammy Mason, Mason's son, Pete, and Minty. He met evangelist Billy Graham, finding solace in faith. Despite his spiritual awakening, McQueen battled dark addictions. He smoked marijuana daily, used cocaine heavily in the 1970s, smoked cigarettes, and drank excessively. In 1972, he was arrested for drunk driving in Anchorage, Alaska. He stayed disciplined, training 2 hours daily with weightlifting, running up to 5 miles, and practicing Tang Soo Do under Pat E. Johnson, a 9th-degree black belt. But his vices cast a long shadow, threatening his health and relationships. McQueen's friendships were as intense as his life. He bonded with stuntmen like Bud Eakins, who doubled for him in The Great Escape, and martial arts legend Bruce Lee, who trained him in fighting techniques. His loyalty to friends was fierce, but so was his temper. He clashed with directors, demanding control over scripts, and once punched a producer who crossed him. His rebellious streak made him a hero to fans, but a challenge to studios, who tolerated him because he packed theaters. In 1978, a stubborn cough forced McQueen to quit smoking and try antibiotics, but his breathing grew worse. In December 1979, after filming The Hunter, a biopsy revealed pleural mesothelioma, a rare cancer linked to asbestos exposure with no cure. By February 1980, the cancer had spread throughout his body. McQueen tried to keep his illness secret, but the National Enquirer broke the story in March. With conventional medicine offering no hope, he turned to alternative treatments in Mexico under Dr. William Donald Kelly. Kelly's controversial methods, including coffee enemas, daily injections of animal cells, massages, and Laetrile, a banned drug, cost $40,000 monthly, about $153,000 today. The media went wild, some criticizing his choice, others praising his courage. By October 1980, tumors grew, causing unbearable pain. Against his American doctor's warnings, McQueen chose surgery in Mexico to remove a massive tumor. On November 7, 1980, under the alias Samuel Shepard, he underwent surgery in Ciudad Juarez. Less than 12 hours later, at 3:45 a.m., a heart attack took his life at 50, with his family by his side. A memorial service, led by Leonard DeWitt of Ventura Mission Church, celebrated McQueen's spirit. His ashes were scattered over the Pacific Ocean, a fitting farewell for a man who loved freedom. His death stunned the world, leaving fans grieving not just a star, but a symbol of defiance. His final months, spent battling a ruthless disease, showed his unbreakable will. Choosing unproven treatments, he defied the odds, even as hope slipped away. The media storm around his illness, from tabloid leaks to public debates, proved his massive influence. McQueen's legacy endures. In 2007, Forbes named him a top-earning deceased celebrity, his estate profiting from his image and collectibles. In 2010, Beech Grove's library launched the Steve McQueen Birthplace Collection, to honor his roots. Streets, like one in San Antonio, Texas, bear his name. In 2012, he received the Warren Zevon Memorial Award for raising asbestos awareness, the disease that killed him. Documentaries like Steve McQueen, The Man in Le Mans in 2015, and Steve McQueen, American Icon in 2017, dove into his racing passion and spiritual journey, featuring interviews with his son, Chad, and ex-wife, Neela Adams. McQueen's impact goes beyond films. His style, from leather jackets to sleek watches, still shapes fashion. His racing legacy inspires events like the Le Mans Classic, where his spirit drives competitors. His films, from Bullitt's gritty intensity to The Getaway's brooding charm, remain timeless. His stunts, like the car chase in Bullitt, set a standard for action films, influencing directors like Quentin Tarantino. His defiance inspired rebels everywhere, from actors to musicians who saw him as a symbol of living boldly. The abandoned Indiana house, now crumbling under nature's grip, mirrors McQueen's contradictions. A star who craved solitude, a fighter who sought peace. His cars and watches, worth millions, reflect a man who valued freedom and precision. His spiritual transformation, sparked by quiet talks with his flight instructor, revealed a soul yearning for meaning. His rivalries, like with Yul Brynner during The Magnificent Seven, showed his fiery pride, while his kindness, like mentoring struggling actors, showed his heart. McQueen's battle with cancer was his fiercest fight. Facing a death sentence, he refused to surrender, seeking hope in Mexico when doctors gave up. His choice sparked controversy, but it showed his relentless spirit. His death, in a small clinic far from Hollywood, was a quiet end for a man who lived loudly. Yet, even in death, he remains larger than life, a beacon for dreamers and rebels. Today, McQueen's story resonates with anyone who's faced odds and kept going. His life, filled with scars and triumphs, reminds us to chase dreams fiercely. The King of Cool lives on, not just in his films, but in the spark he ignites in us all. If this journey into Steve McQueen's wild, heartbreaking saga moved you, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Let's keep his legend alive.